If you're still struggling with lace wigs as a beginner, then I've got you. Today I'm showing you how to install a wig with no glue, no mess, and still get a very natural look. This unit is a 6x4 closure wig, 14 inches, and I got it from Icy Hair on Shein. So first things first, we start off with a wig cap just to protect our natural hair underneath. Then I adjust the band at the back of my wig to make sure it's tight and snug on my head so it doesn't move. Once you've got the wig on your head, make sure that you adjust the wig so that the lace is sitting where you want it to sit. Now, the trick to making this install look like you glued it on is one product, and that is Lace Tint Mousse. I got this one from Shein. It came with a hair that I had ordered previously, and all I do is just pump a few drops of it onto the cap, and then I dab it onto my lace. This not only tints the lace, but it allows the lace just to lay as flat as possible without actually using lace glue or lace spray. This install is very beginner friendly because it doesn't require too many products or too many tools to achieve. All you need is this lace tint, some heat protectant spray, and an airbrush styler or hair dryer, as well as a hot comb to lay that hair flat. Use a melt band to lay the hair flat. Now make sure it's as tight as possible, but you don't need to keep it on for longer than 10 minutes. Now we'll get into styling the hair, and the most important part here is either using a hair dryer or an airbrush styler to straighten your hair. I don't always have the time to straighten my hair with a straightener in the mornings, which is why I prefer either a hair dryer or an airbrush. Another important step is to always add a heat protectant serum or spray before you use any kind of heat on your hair. My airbrush has 3 settings and I use the highest setting, and I just start brushing through my hair. Make sure that you're very thorough with this process. Brush through the front of your hair, the sides, and the back of your hair to get your hair as straight as possible. Now, this hair will not be as straight as it would be if you were using a straightener, but it does give a more natural and fuller look, which is something that I like. I am a middle part warrior. It's quick, it's simple, and it's an easy style to do for everyday look. Take your time making sure that the parting is straight. Once you've parted your hair, you can either use a wax stick or a mousse to flatten the top part of your wig. Now, I prefer going section by section when putting on my wax stick, and this just helps the wig lay flatter versus when you put just at the top of your hair where the parting is, you won't get a very flat looking wig. This makes all the difference, I promise you. This is a hot comb, and this is what we use to flatten the top part of our hair. Now, the trick to properly using your hot comb is to make sure that you comb the teeth of the hot comb, but make sure that the base, the thick part of the hot comb goes through the hair as well. That's where most of the heat is versus the teeth of the hot comb. So you comb through, but make sure that the thicker part of the hot comb also touches your hair just to lay it flat. That's where the most of the heat is. Once I'm done brushing it through with the comb, I also then flip the hair comb around, hot comb around, sorry, and use that flat top part to further lay down my hair. To define your parting, you can just use a concealer that is slightly lighter than your skin tone. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toffee. And this is what your hair should look like. And you see, super natural, super quick with no glue. Now you can go ahead and style your hair as you please, or you can leave it as it is. It is really up to you. If you're just getting started with wigs, this is the easiest way to level up your look without all the stress. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. I post easy wig and makeup videos just for beginners like you. Comment below what your biggest wig struggle is, and maybe we can help each other out. Thank you so much for watching. See you again.